Hi and welcome back. We're at the American Legion Post, Dickey Post 23 here in Portsmouth, Ohio. And I'm also sitting here with Jim Pinson, the commander of the post. This is this week's review preview, and we're doing a tribute to our veterans this week. So that's why I'm welcoming Jim in today. He's going to tell us a little bit about their programs and how to, like for example, Jim, I'm just going to kind of toss this to you of what a person would do if they came in with a retired flag.
Well, if you got a retired flag you want to get rid of respectfully, all you got to do is bring it down here to Legion. We have out in the lobby a mailbox that's painted red, white, and blue, and all you got to do is just put that flag in that mailbox. And then Flag Day, we have a ceremony up back to where we burn the flag respectfully and retire.
Now, may I ask about the day of the ceremony? Do you allow anybody to be participate in that, or is that just the Legion itself?
No, anybody can come.
Oh, good.
It's
That's
open
good to
to the
know.
public.
The reason why I asked because that might be something that, like we had children upstairs just a minute ago getting involved with the veterans, and that might be something that they might want to witness and know the proper.
That'd be good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see kids be more involved into American Legion.
Okay.
It's a family organization.
And that's important,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and especially for our community.
Yes.
A lot of times, and Mark Craycraft is with us today, but he's in the camera guy for me at the moment. But with that being said, we're constantly trying to get involved with the community and show what's going on in Portsmouth and how it's been a comeback city.
Wow.
So that's why I like to stress that with the American Legion. The other thing that I would like to go into with the American Legion Post is what do you guys have going on for Veterans Day this next week?
The Veterans Days, we always go out here to Tracy Park as an honor guard, and we do like a ceremony, fire the guns or whatever, and pretty much do that. And then we come back here and we have beans and stuff, cornbread, and it's open to public also.
Oh, okay. So they don't have to. Well, they just sign in when they come to the door, or there'll be just an open door for that day. Oh, good, good. So just one more thing I want to run into before you get into your other programs. What if I would want to become a member of the American Legion Post?
If you want to become a member, just come down to the post, or if you know somebody that's in the American Legion, just get an application, DD 214, and of course the dues, and bring it down here and turn it in, and we'll be glad to have new members. We're looking for a younger group of people. You know, nothing against the older ones, but we need younger people that's going to last.
I want to be involved. Yeah,
Right.
I want to be
Yes.
involved.
Yes.
Okay, so now I want to lead into, you want to tell some more stuff about your groups and things that you have going on with the American Legion Post?
Well, one of the myths about the American Legion is the canteen. We do have a canteen here at Post 23, but not all American Legions has one. The main purpose of American Legion, we have a what they call Boys State, and I was involved last year taking the boys up to Oxford, Ohio, Miami University. There's over 1,200 kids up there. And what they do is they learn how to run the country. And you got state patrols, you got mayors, you got governor, and all that stuff.
So you're doing election stuff like we had last night?
The whole thing, just like last night. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we also have a child welfare. It was established in 1954, and what it is, it helps take care of the children. You know, I got it down there and messed up, sorry.
Oh, you're okay. That's why we like doing this, so that way everybody can kind of get the info and get it out there to everybody.
But, you know, we involve ourselves with kids as much as we can.
Right.
You know. So.
Now, I do know, and I'm going to kind of just jump ahead for a minute, because every year, don't you guys do something like a Christmas program for the children?
Every year, Jen Sadler, Donna Lewis, and a few of the auxiliary ladies, they have a nursing home for the veterans Christmas party in the winter during Christmas, and then in the summer they have a picnic for them. And it gets these nursing home veterans out of the nursing home and into another environment, and they get presidents and all that stuff.
Get everybody back interactive into their post and with the veterans. That's great. Last but least, now I know that we're going to be showcasing the JC's 81st Christmas parade this year. And we're going to pray for good weather, because I know last year there was a little hiccup in that. Now, are you guys a part of that as well this year?
Yeah, usually we go to the parade as later, but 48 does a lot too with that.
Oh, okay.
48's another organization that really is not connected with the Legion now, but they still help the Legion out a lot.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
We have our Sons of Legions, and they do a good job. They put money into the building and help us keep this building up, and they work hard.
And just one more thing I want to ask, because I know I see it on the board outside, and I don't know if people know they're welcome to come in. You guys do hamburger and fries, you do steak dinners. Is that open to the public as well?
Yes, it's the hamburger fries every Wednesday, 5 to 7.
Okay.
And the steak fries usually the first Saturday of the month. Fish fries every Friday.
And that's with your SALs and your women's auxiliary, or does everybody kind of get involved?
They take turns.
Okay.
SAL does 1 month of hamburger, ladies, and then 48 even has theirs, and Legion.
Okay. Well, that's why I wanted to ask you that. Yeah.
I want to apologize to Hillbillies, and the Hillbillies does it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, no, and that's good, because again, a lot of times we just see this negative outcome that there's nothing going on in Portsmouth, or there's nothing going on in Scioto County, and maybe it's just a lack of information. So, and we want to get it out there, and you helping us do that today, I think helps as well. And then, of course, thank you for your service.
It's an honor.
And
I would like to add, so I just want to make sure I clarify, the hamburger and the fish fries and all that we see posted outside are actually open to the public.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that, because I was like, man, I would like to have me some fish fries. So that's good.
Yeah.
Talk about the micro pantry that's up outside, and also how a person could bring a flag in to have it retired properly.
Okay, all they got to do is come into the parking lot side of the building. There's a mailbox that's red, white, and blue. And all they got to do is put in that mailbox, and then we'll retire from there. We'll take it to that flag day ceremony.
So anybody that has a flag, especially this time of year, the weather's getting kind of rough on flags. That's the reason why we're retiring this one here.
Yeah,
They just bring it and put it in the thing.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
And then last but not least, and I always like to say this as maybe like as a tagline, I always say shake the hand of a veteran before you leave, because I just feel like that's just an honor. So.
Yeah.
All right, and then that will wrap up on this part of the interview with Jimmy. And then, again, come down and see these folks, get to know them, get involved with what's going on in our community. And the veterans are a big part of that. And like you said, they're involved with the nursing homes, they're involved with the kids. This is a family-friendly organization, so yeah, that's good to know. All right, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up there. And again, I'm going to shake your hand.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
All right, yes. And then now I'm going to introduce Mark Craycraft, because he's going to do the second part of my interview with the this week's preview, since we kind of did a little bit of a review too. But
Thank you, Mr. Craycraft.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
and then I'll set this over here so we can put that in the
Absolute
mailbox.
pleasure and honor. Greetings, everybody. Welcome. All right, Betty. Well, how about last night?
Oh my gosh. Tiring but exciting at the same time.
It feels like it's still the same day
Yes.
to me.
I felt like I just shut my eyes for 2 seconds.
We normally don't do video counts or result counts as far as our statistics go for 24 hours, because we have so many members and they watch at different times and stuff like that. But in 12 hours, basically that week stopped about 10 o'clock last night, so, and before we went on air, we were a little over 10,000 views.
Wow.
So that is a great Choose Your Portsmouth moment right there. And so I want to congratulate all of the winners. I want to congratulate all of the people that didn't win but tried, because that was showing their citizenship and showing their passion that they wanted to help. And I want to thank all the voters. Let me tell you something. It's not negative, just a fact. 79,000 people in Scioto County. 5,000 people voted.
Wow.
Now, I'm telling you.
I'm like, wow.
Choose your Portsmouth, all right? So whenever there is an election, get down there and cast your vote. Okay, that is very important. One race in Rush Township was decided over 3 votes.
I know. Is it for the trustee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 votes. So it really, really it is just the best way to choose your Portsmouth, and we're doing it. You can see improvements all around. I just came by Ye Old Lantern, and there's steel beams now on the sidewalk supporting the building. So that tells me that somebody's doing some rehab work there. So that Ye Old Lantern, I'm gonna give myself away. I played saxophone there a long, long time ago.
Wow.
But so I'm really glad to see that somebody's taking. I'm not sure. I've done the research. I don't know who's doing it, but I saw those steel beams going up, and so we've got more progress happening in town. So that is fantastic.
And I'm just a little curious on that with the downtown stuff, because I know that the hype has been up that Hallmark is going to come in with the Winterfest this year. So I wonder if they're playing a part in that somehow. I mean, that's just something I'm asking.
That's a good question.
Somebody may know.
If you know, let us know. We'd like to know. Let's talk about, and we appreciate Lori Glaze tuning in to our local elections last night. That was cool. Thank you. We had was it last week?
Yes.
Last week, we had Lori Glaze on. If you did not see that, it's on our TV channel. So just go to our main Facebook page, go to the top, it's pinned to the top, SCDN Local Interest, click it. It's always on, always local. And you'll be able to see our interview with Lori Glaze and the book Shackles that she wrote and authored and is now available. So tell us a little bit about Lori's book and what the plan is to be able to get that out.
Lori gave us 5 books to give away to our viewers, and the way we set that up, because she also was honoring our veterans, and we spoke about it last week on the show. So what we're trying to do is, or would like to do, and we're going to do it for today's show, so you want to leave them in the comments below, since we was able to go Facebook Live, which is great, and this kind of reaches a little more audience this week as well, because technology was on our side today.
Right.
So with that being said, in the comments below, say your name is Susie and you donate or you nominate your grandfather. Susie, your name would be the one that would go into the list to be given that book Shackles to. And again, we're giving away 5 of those. And my understanding is Mark is also going to match that.
Yes. So whenever you nominate a veteran, whether it's a living veteran or to memorialize a loved one veteran, then your name will be the one put into the drawing. So you'll be able to possibly qualify to receive Shackles, the book from Lori Glaze. 5 are going to be given away.
Yes.
Along with that, I am going to offer 5 ebooks of my bestseller, 40/40 Vision, the 40 Truths It Took Me 40 Years to Learn. So you actually get 2 books.
And I'm kind of like, man, I have to go buy these books from you and Lori, because I'm part of the show. I've already breezed through her book a little bit, though. It's very interesting to go through.
So those 5 winners will get a total of 2 books. And the way that you win is only on this thread. So you've got to watch this show and only on this thread. And you nominate or give, basically we're saying give a shout out to a veteran, okay?
And I know a lot of you veteran families out there,
Yes.
so I'm expecting some names to be popping up.
So give a shout out to a veteran. Tell them how much we appreciate them. Tell them how much we love them. Tell us a little bit about them. Tell us their story. The missing in action that came 70 years and finally came home. What fantastic. Tell us the story. And whoever is the actual person that makes the shout out to us about that veteran is the one that's going to go into the drawing. Now this is Wednesday, and so we'll announce the winners on next week's show. So you've got the whole time, everybody watching the replay and everything. So make those nominations, and give those shout outs, and then we'll have the winners announced on next week's show.
I'm kind of feeling a little honored with all these people behind me here in the pictures.
I'm telling you, talk about a picture worth 1,000 words. There are, what do we got here? 50,000 words behind us. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Yeah.
We've got great grandparents that were in World War II, to uncles or fathers that were in the Korean or Vietnam War, Desert Storm. I know a lot of times we don't hear about that as much, and that was all back early on, So again, get these veterans out there, give their shout outs to them, and we're going to look forward to this next week with the Veterans Day as well, and maybe we can get over to Tracy Park and see what they do with that as well on Monday.
We're actively looking for a host for next week. We've got a couple kind of in the works, but we're not real sure. We'll let you know. We'll guarantee you that. We're going to be somewhere. And this is episode 6. Did we ever say that? It's episode 6.
Yeah.
And so it's picking up steam, and people are starting to understand kind of, well, okay, I see what they're doing. So we're having fun with it. The community's embracing it. We're trying to keep it positive and informative. And what else you got on your notes?
Well, I want to go back to, if we kind of transition into shout outs.
Sure.
I want to give a shout out to Mike and Nick Gallion. Happy birthday. And then I want to give a shout out to Rob Clay as well. Happy birthday to you as well. And again, guys, you can send me this stuff. A lot of times I'll pull it off my friends list of people who's around the area, and sometimes I go by memory too.
Birthdays?
Birthdays.
All right. My little Eli, my grandson, 5 years old yesterday. Oh, man.
That's the best birthday, though. 5 years old.
I remember my 5th birthday. That's when memories start to kick in. And, I remember some little tiny things before, but I remember my 5th birthday. So, shout out to the little man, my dude. Okay.
I'll shout out mine in a couple of weeks, even though we already had his party. Also, a happy anniversary to Albert and Sherry Breach. They're celebrating an anniversary from this weekend. And God forbid I forget how many years, but I know it's up there. So, and shout out to you guys. It takes a lot to keep those fires burning. So, and then outside of that, we wanted to go back and give a congrats to the election last night and all the write-ins and what it took to.
Wow. Yeah. So you got your write-in candidates in the 2nd Ward and the 4th Ward, Charlotte Gordon and Andrew McManus, both write-in candidates. So those of you that did choose your Portsmouth and actually clicked the thing and wrote in your candidate, fantastic. I mean, I'm going to have to look back. We're going to have to look a long way back to see if that's ever happened in a county election, to have 2 write-in candidates win over either an incumbent or a well-known name. That is, I think, probably something that we should look into. I don't think it's ever happened before. Not that I can remember,
right.
And I'm a history buff, so I don't think it's happened. So it's really, really good. What else?
Okay, outside of that, I was trying to go over a little bit of things with the news this last week, but I think the election kind of trumped that. I wanted to focus on the veterans.
You said the T word.
What's that?
You said the election trumped it.
Yeah.
Dropping.
Don't trademark me now. No.
It's funny. It's funny. Look. It's funny because this is how we know we're doing good. Okay, I'll get comments that I'm a stark raving mad liberal, left wing, tree hugging liberal, and 5 minutes later, I'll get that I'm an alt-right Nazi, and it's just ridiculous. So they read the same thing, or they see the same thing, but they're like, you're all the way over here, you're all the way over there. And you know what that means? It means I'm doing my job right, because we're going right down the middle.
Right.
Right down the middle.
Right.
And we're trying to be fair, and we're trying to be honest, and give you as much information as we possibly can. Now that part of it leads us into, we have a group that many of you have seen, a lot of you have joined. It's called BOLO. Be on the lookout. BOLO, Stolen Items. This is a kind of a new passion. We've had it for about 3 months, and the group is growing. And it is for stolen items only. What's happened is Facebook groups have become the new fence for stolen property. And so we see pawn shops closing, B&B Loan. We see pawn shops closing, going out of business because they have a reporting system. These Facebook groups don't have a reporting system. So these thieves are stealing.
Like back to the black market.
Stealing it, putting it on Facebook. Bob's your uncle. What happens is, if they're smart, I'm not giving away any information because they already know. If they're smart, they'll advertise in a different county. So if you steal something from Scioto County, then you should advertise, would advertise it in Adams County or Campbell County or something, and then all you're out is gas money. So if you've got a high dollar item and you spend $10 in gas, whoop-de-doo, right?
Right.
So we need people from those areas, and we have a large reach. So we need people from those areas to also participate in the BOLO group, so we can all be aware. I added people yesterday from Columbus, from Chillicothe, and so the more people that awareness is the key, the more people that are aware that these items are out there, to be on the lookout, and when they're going through their groups and then they see something, oh, wait a minute, I think I saw something about that. So we have a brand new one that I'm going to add. Well, I just came from the police department before I came here. Brand new one we're going to add to the BOLO group here in just a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that you know about it now because it's a firearm. It is a 32 caliber revolver that was reported stolen, and it is stainless steel with a brown hand grip. So we do not have a so the person, we're looking at a theft felony 3 when they find this person. There is an ongoing investigation. If you know anything about this, contact the Portsmouth Police Department. 740-353-4101. This again is a 32 caliber revolver, stainless steel, brown grip. So if you see that pop up on any of these sites, contact the police right away because they are looking for it. Right? What else?
Well, outside of that, I think that kind of wraps us for this week.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, it did good.
I know. Well, I am excited about what we did upstairs earlier. You guys are going to find that on the news feed.
That was great.
West Portsmouth Elementary. That was like off the cuff for me because Mark was already up there and I'm down here ready for the interview with Jimmy. And
I was trying to figure out how to get down here. I ran into Gina Collinsworth and all these kids, and I'm like, what the? And so then Gina and I started talking. I'm like, so I get on the phone with Betty because I don't even know where this room is. I'm like, hey, why don't you come up here and do this and then you can show me where this room is.
So that worked out. It was good for you guys, and it was good for us to get that energy from the kids.
And we thank you so much, Jimmy Pinson, for your service and for being with us here today and hosting us today. American Legion Post 23, James Dickey Post. Remember, if you have flags that need to be retired, this is the time of year when people start to retire flags. Because summer's been brutal, and it's time to, and of course, Veterans Day, Flags Day. So the flags are getting changed out. This is the time of year for that. So there's a mailbox up there. Just take your flag, put it in the mailbox, and if you'd like to attend the ceremony when they officially retire the flag, that is a good time to really be patriotic and come out and see that.
Have your children come out and do a report on it. An essay.
What a great idea!
Why not?
What a great idea! Hey, if you've got a kid that's in trouble, you tell them. And guess what? You got some extra homework.
That's right.
And you're going to go down there and you're going to do a report. Or, hey, if you've got a good kid and you want some bonus credit, that'll bring you from an A- to an A+. Come down and do a report.
Do you ever remember I'm going to kind of throw in there real quick. Do you ever remember being a child and you got punished for something and you learned something out of it when it was all said and done? I mean, like, no?
I never learned.
Oh, God.
I remember the worst was when your parents come to you and say, is there anything you want to tell me? No, I don't want to tell you anything. You tell me what you're mad about, and then we'll talk about that.
Right.
I don't know. So with that, we're going to sign off. We thank you guys so very much. Remember, in the comments, if you want those 2 books, 5 people are going to get 2 books, and we just want you to give a shout out to a veteran in this thread. No other place where we're going to count it. In this thread, the comments of this video, just give a shout out to a veteran and tell us a nice story, and we want to see those stories. And then those people that give the shout outs, we will give away 5 books. We're going to give away Lori Glaze's book, Shackles. and we're going to give away my book, 40/40 Vision, the 40 Truths It Took Me 40 Years to Learn. So 5 people are going to get 2 books next week.
Yes. All right, that's it, right?
We don't have a cameraman, so we got to actually get
I know,
up
one of us has got to move.
I'm like, somebody turn it off.
All right, guys, that's going to be me. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.